Hey guys, what's up? It's Mitch here, and today I just want to talk to you guys a little about Kingdom Hearts 3's difficulty and just how to make it maybe just a little bit more challenging, just so you kind of have that better overall experience, I guess. So first and foremost, Kingdom Hearts 3, I'm enjoying it. I think it's an amazing game. I think the gameplay is amazing. I think it's great. I mean, it's been getting really good reviews. People are loving it, as was expected. The only thing I'm seeing that's really negative about it is the difficulty. People are saying it's a little too easy at times. Um, and yeah, I don't. I mean, some people might just be playing on standard or beginner mode, and they're saying that's just kind of a joke, which I can see that, I guess. But even people playing on proud mode are just kind of saying it's too easy, which I can see for the most part. Um, but I guess the way I'm playing it, just personally, kind of I try to make it a little more challenging for myself. And I guess I just wanted to talk to you guys about how you could maybe do the same to make it just a little better experience, a little more challenging, a little more fun. First of all, I want to apologize for my microphone. It's not the best microphone. So I apologize for that. But yeah, anyways, so first of all, this is just kind of for people who maybe haven't played the game yet or just starting out. I guess even if you wanted to play through it again. Um, but yeah, you're gonna want to make sure you start the game on proud mode first and foremost, because that just is the hardest difficulty you can do. Um, like I said, beginner and standard, people are saying that's just kind of been kind of a joke, I guess. So I am playing on proud mode, and just so you guys know, I am only currently in the toy box world. So, and I'm just at the end of that world. Well, getting to the end. Um, so yeah, I am playing on proud mode. I mean, the game so far, I can see how it has been a little easy. But again, I haven't got that far, so I don't know. Maybe it's not as big a deal as people are putting it out to be. Maybe farther in the game, it will get quite a bit harder. I'm hoping, but I am having a really fun time. I think Kingdom Hearts 3 is a god of a game. Um, I mean, I love all the Kingdom Hearts games, but the combat on this one's really growing on me. So, but yeah, anyways, you're gonna want to make sure you're playing on proud mode. And then I know there's a lot of different things you can do in the gameplay. I mean, there's attraction rides. There's all the situation commands. There's team up attacks. There's links. There's a lot of different things you can do. Um, so me personally, I've noticed that the attraction rides are very powerful. And I mean, me personally, I could go without them. I mean, I think they look great. They are pretty fun to use. Um, but yeah, they're just really powerful, especially like the pirate ship and the blaster blades, I think it's called. And I mean, I personally I try not to use them that much, and I think it just it's not that I never use them, but I think it just kind of it makes it a little more challenging in that aspect, I guess. And I'm not saying like oh, you can't use the attraction flow rides ever, because that's not fun. You want to use them, you want to see how they work, see what they look like and stuff, and that's totally fine. I personally, I don't really use them that much because they just are so powerful, and I could just probably go without them. But they are cool though. But that's kind of another thing you could do. Also, I've noticed some of the people that have been playing, um, they get situation commands, stacked up. They have three or four stacked up, and they just use them. just one right after another, just boom, boom, boom. And I don't know, I don't really like to do that either because it just kind of, like I said, they are just a lot of the situation commands are really powerful. And so if you're just using a tractor for ride, then uh, excuse me, traction, ride, and then a team up attack, and then Keyblade transformation, you're gonna defeat the enemy fairly quickly. At least from what I've noticed. Again, I haven't played the game really that much. I'm still only in the beginning of the game, just because I like to take my time. Um, but yeah. So me personally, I don't like to just situation command after situation command. I don't really like to do that, but again, it's totally up to you. Um, let's see. Oh, also the team attacks. The team attacks are pretty fun to use. I use them, a good amount, not too often, but here and there. Um, the main two though that pop up the most that I've seen is Donald's Flare Force team attack, and then also Goofy's team attack, the Goofy Bombardia or whatever it's called. Those two pop up the most, and that I've seen, and they're kind of like the attraction rides. I mean, they're pretty powerful, but I use them more than the attraction rides, I'd say, but I don't use them that much, just here and there. They are really cool, but like I said, they pop up a lot and they're automated, so I don't use them a whole lot. Um, but yeah, I mean, if I just like to cut down on that. I really like using the Keyblade transformations. I think they are pretty powerful, but at the same time, they're not overly powerful. Using the word powerful a lot here. um, but yeah, I mean, I really like the shooting star one. That's probably my favorite so far, even though I only have a few Keyblades to use right now. But yeah, I mean, I'm not saying, never to use any of the situation commands, of course. But I use the Keyblade transformations a lot. I use the magic a lot. I think the the Hercules team attack is pretty fun. I think the Woody and Buzz um, team attack is pretty fun. Shotlucks I use quite a bit. Those are pretty fun. It's just really the attraction for flow, or I don't know if that traction rides that are really the most powerful, and I don't like to use those a lot because they are so powerful, um, and they just pop up a lot. But so yeah, if you want to use those kind of sparingly, I guess is the best thing to do there. Um, the next thing, and really the main thing, is the so each world has its own battle level. So, which you guys probably know, but I mean, every Kingdom Hearts game I think has had that for every world. So, for example, the Toy Box world I believe is level 12 for the battle level, and basically that's just the recommended level that you should be when you go to that world for that world's difficulty. Um, so yeah, the Toy Box one is level 12, and what I have started to do, and again, I've only been to a few worlds, but what I am going to do for actually the rest of the game is when I go to a said world, like the Toy Box world, I try to be, the recommended level, and not really any higher than that. So I went to the Toy Box world, I was level 12, and then um, I think the next world, which is Corona, I think that one's level 14. So while I'm in the Toy Box world, I level up to 13, I level up to 14, and then I equip what is the 0 XP ability, which you guys get at the beginning of the game. And that way, I don't level up too much, because if I hadn't equipped that, I'd probably be like level 16 right now. And I don't know, it's just fun because then you don't level up, none of your teammates level up, you're not leveling up, and you can just go around battling Heartless, you know, bosses as much as you want. Not bosses, but enemies as much as you want. You don't have to avoid them, you know, worrying that you're going to level up too much and be too strong for the next world or the next boss. I just found that. And then also you can, you know, use attraction fluorides as much as you want. Um, you know, use team up attacks as much as you want, you know, without leveling up and getting too strong for the next world. And then, of course, you know, a lot of people say, well, I don't want to do that because I want to see the new abilities. I want to level up, get new abilities, you know. And of course, I mean, I want to do that too. I'm not saying that you need to keep that ability, the 0 XP ability on forever for the whole game. You just keep it on for that world while you're at level, you know, the level for the battle level for the next world. So for me, that's 14, which is the level I am right now. And then when I go to Corona, um, I will take that ability off and then level up as much as I need to for the world after that, if that makes sense. Um, and you know, I mean, this is only, you know, if you guys want to do it, of course you don't have to. If that doesn't seem like something you'd want to do, I personally find it, you know, a little more challenging that way. Um, but yeah, and also just keep in mind that you can always, you know, level up later in the game. If I mean, if you're not satisfied with your level, you can always go back, you know, battle Heartless and nobodies and whatever in any world and level up, but you can't just go down a level whenever you want. So that's really the main thing I think that will make this game a little more challenging for some of you who want that. And you know, maybe the game difficulty is fine for most of you, and you know, like I said, maybe it's just not a big deal at all. This is just what I've kind of read about some things online about the game, and I just kind of wanted to share with you guys maybe um, how I personally play, and maybe that will help with your situation. Anyways, so that's the main thing. Another thing is kind of there's the Keyblade Forge. So I know some people who aren't leveling up their Keyblades as much because the Keyblade just becomes really powerful. I have leveled up a few of my Keyblades, a couple levels, but I don't know if I'm going to do that a whole lot, but that's not really a huge deal to me in terms of difficulty, but again, that's just another little thing. But yeah, guys, that's just the way I personally am playing this game. I've played all the Kingdom Hearts games, and this one is, I will admit, it's a little bit easier than like Kingdom Hearts 2 and Kingdom Hearts 1, for example. However, I mean, I don't think it's just kind of like a thing you're gonna blast through. I mean, I guess you could if you wanted to, but for me personally, I mean, I've already put in like 12 hours, I think, in the game. I mean, I'm taking my time. I have died a few times already. I think I died once on the Tornado Titan, um, which was stupid. But another thing, specifically in the Toy Box world, so obviously you get to battle the Gigases, um, and you get to use your own, so you can hop in one and battle the others, right? Well, there is a part in the Toy Box world where you actually are taking on, you know, a lot of them at once, and it's just you. And so what I have noticed that is if you actually are battling the Gigases without using a Gigas yourself, they actually are pretty hard. And this is what I'm actually doing right now. And they are pretty challenging. And I'm not saying you should never get in the Gigas and battle them, because I'm just saying if you're going around the world exploring and you come across a Gigas fight, you know, maybe just try battling it without a Gigas, because you end up battling a lot of them at once later in the world. where you get a chance to be a Gigas and just, take a bunch out. But yeah, I've just noticed that they are quite a bit of a challenge if you just battle them, just regularly. A lot of times all my party members die, and I've died a couple times battling them. Of course, this is just for the Toy Box World. But yeah, just something to keep in mind there. And then lastly, of course, there probably is going to be DLC for the game later on, which means that there could be a critical mode added to the game. So hopefully that happens. I definitely want that to happen. I think it will happen, but I have no idea. But yeah, hopefully that happens. But anyways, guys, this is just a few tips and pointers. Maybe this will help you guys kind of make Kingdom Hearts 3 just a little more challenging, just to help with the overall experience. I personally am having a blast playing the game, and whether you think it's too easy or not, the game is fun. It's addictingly fun. The gameplay is fun. Yeah, so again, guys, this is just a couple tips and pointers maybe to help you out. Just how I play personally. You can play however you want, but that's just kind of what I do. Anyways, guys, so yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you guys are having a great time playing the game. Hopefully the experience is, hopefully you're loving the experience just like I am. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.